Hello, hello! This is Dragondog from Daydreams of a Dragon, and welcome to Assassin's Creed Origins. This is part 8 of my blind let's play, and we'll start with sort of a recap. You'll understand when you see it. Okay, does that mean it started over, so I actually haven't read everything I read last time I was here?
Oh, found my notes on the gene sequencing code.
Are you ever gonna tell Milton that you tested it with his DNA?
No, and neither are you. There's more than one way to donate your body to science. The genetic sequencer blueprint. Never got the creases out. Generator's holding up. Good job, Layla. One bar. No, half a bar. One bar. No, half a bar. Come forth by day, and I will guide you home.
Who are you talking to?
Bayek's mummy.
Real chatterbox, that one.
Gladstone Kittredge Esquire. You're fucking kidding me. Dee never puts in enough snacks.
The Question mark, Egyptian mysteries, secret science investigations, investigation, hidden chambers in pyramids, where were they built by aliens, light on the myths and the proofs, traces of ancient technologies, connections with gods or aliens. Don't miss! Encrypted messages surrounding the Sphinx, interview with famous Egyptologist and scientist Dr. Libeth E. Everett, mummification and the afterlife, signs of ancient Egyptian spirits among us. Okay, no, I have, despite reading everything, well, not everything, but what I read, it seems that didn't save, so, okay, let's check. Nope, it definitely looks like I can start by reading all these emails, and these are sorted in reverse chronological order, which is nice. That's how I want to read them. From Layla Hassan to Sophia Ricken. Morning, Sophia. I spent the whole night looking at the sketches you sent me, and you're all looking at it the wrong way. If you really are thinking about a robotic arm for the Animus Aerie, then my only advice is this, mark my words. Inverted 6-axis motion rig. You want to be able to give the subject some leeway, some sense of freedom, and yet allow the core of the machine to stay connected no matter what kind of crazy gymnastics your subject is performing. So make sure the hydraulic actuators are top-notch, nothing under 6000 ISP. You'll know just by listening to them. If they sound like a groom on the last night of his bachelor bender, change them. They aren't worth your time, and they'll only obstruct your subject's movement. That sounds like something from the movie. From Sophia Ricken to Layla Hassan. Layla, just to make sure I understood you correctly, you are actually proposing that we suspend our subjects in mid-air by the means of a large motorized mechanical device? I must have read your email 5 times just to make sure. At first I thought you were joking. But I dropped the idea in Gabriel King's ear, our chief engineer here in Madrid, and his initial reaction was quite like mine until something changed his mind. Let's say we were to consider a 6-axis motion rig. This is all hypothetical, of course, but please indulge me. Would there be any plausible compatibility between this rig and the epidural bearing I showed you the other day? Could we ensure the stability of the needle and its positioning to the subject's backbone? I feel like I'm teetering on the frontiers of science and nonsense. It's crazy talk, but it's exhilarating crazy talk. From Isabella Arden to Layla Hassan. Hello Layla. In light of recent events, I have but no choice to take appropriate disciplinary measures and request a performance improvement plan through operations. I know you barely just came back, but I feel it's better to do it now than to let things sour again. We'll put you in contact with a coach to help you deal with some of the issues you've been experiencing here. The results last time were encouraging, so perhaps we can resort to that strategy once again. Dr. Lees has even agreed to meet with you again, but rest assured, we would be open to changing the coach if you so desire. You are bold, and your work here is appreciated, but the procedures in place are not only here to protect you, but also Abstergo. And if you can't give an ounce of care to your own safety, then perhaps you can show a little respect for the hand that feeds you. Work with us, Layla. That's all we're asking, Isabel. From Layla Hassan to Diana Geary. I just visited your online shop for the first time, and I must say you hide your cards pretty well, Miss Diana Geary. Who knew a poised and professional medical officer could have such a foul potty mouth? Needless to say, I'm buying a bunch of your cross-stitch patterns. I'm keeping some for me, but I'll also offer some of them around. I think you have the perfect one for Otso Berg. He keeps taking my parking space. From Leila Hassan to Johanny Otso Berg. Mr. Berg, I'm afraid you've developed the bad habit of parking in my allotted space. Now, I know you're higher than me in the Abstergo food chain, and your car clearly has less rust than my 1987 sports car, but my HR hiring paper clearly states that 23FG is Leila Hassan's, so I would appreciate it if you could park your vehicle somewhere else. From Johanny Otsoberg to Leila Hassan. The day you get an assignment done properly is the day I might disdain to consider your request. Now, you can place a formal complaint, but knowing how much you cherish procedures, I'll assume you probably won't even know where to look for the form. Also, I'm keeping your little cross-stitching gift. Even though it's offensive, the workmanship is quite spectacular. From Leila Hassan to Sophia Ricken. Sophia! Hello! Don't leave me hanging here. Tell me, how's the work on the device progressing? Did you guys finally build a prototype? You can't just ask stuff and then shut me out. It doesn't work that way. Why can't you just fly me there? I mean, even if it's just a temporary position, something interim? Swear word, Abstergo janitor for all I care. Ooh, okay. I could help your team way better on location than through this free, cheap, once in a blue moon email consultation. It makes me feel dirty every single time you do it, and I've told you how I felt before. Yet, here we are again. Either you don't care, or this Eureka effect is getting you drunk on epiphanies. Think about it, Sophia. This is getting really frustrating. From Leila Hassan to Sophia. What? Well, hang on. Did I just... Okay, that was the one I just read. From Leila Hassan to Sophia Ricken. Sophia. I just heard you guys are working on a portable version of the Airy. Is that true? A portable Animus? How could you not tell me? How can you still send me some bland email asking seemingly innocent questions and then turn around and work on the most exciting machine ever, without even letting me in on it while knowing it has my name all over it? Just who do you think I am? A fortune-telling machine? A secret little muse hiding in the shadows? Those were good for absinthe-soaked 19th century poets, and they all died of syphilis. Enough with the penny haikus of wisdom. I've given you all I have, my time, my brain power, my trust. And if that's not worth a place within your team, I'm not sure what is. From Leila Hassan to Simon Hathaway. Mr. Hathaway, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your kind words. I know I'm not always the easiest person to work with, but somehow you always seem to have the right words to diffuse a situation. I really enjoyed our lunch last week, and your advice was more than welcome. Trust me when I say these are not words I'm used to saying. It shows that you have a genuine passion about what you are doing, and I really appreciate that. I had a small favor to ask. I swear I wasn't buttering you up for this. I don't butter up people ever. I was wondering if your HTT could be tasked with more person of interest type assignments. Not that I'm not enjoying the operations, but I could use some variety, and who knows, it might help with my social skills improvement plan. Just something to think about. From Diana Geary to Layla Hassan. Hey Layla, Alan Ricking died while attending something he felt he had to wear a black cape to attend to. That's creepy. I know. And your words sick about Sophia, that's understandable. There's nothing on his daughter in the papers or the Abstergo memos. So the fact that she's not answering doesn't mean she's in harm's way. Pretending your little tinkering project is helping you change your mind is bogus and you know it. Why don't you come to my folks' place for the Christmas holidays? We'll celebrate whatever it is you wish to celebrate, including the famous secular tradition of not celebrating anything at all, if that's what works for you. My mom will cook some pumpkin pie, my dad will ask us why we won't shoot at rodents, and we'll eat a non-vegan breakfast, in a dodgy casino before we spend the day outside snowmobiling. I love North Dakota, but I could sure use a bit of Layla Hassan. Say yes, it'll be good for both of us. From Layla Hassan to Diana Geary. You sure know how to make a girl happy. Rodents and dodgy casino? I think I'll pass. There's nothing I want more than being with my little stone cold crazy machine right now. I've just come up with an idea for the sequencer and I can't get it out of my head. So far it's only a sketch and a dirty placemat, so I have to get busy if I want to test it before I go into retirement, if that ever happens. Sorry. It's a very nice offer, D, and I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. Don't worry, I always am. Besides, I promised halfway I'd complete my operation reports. I must be 10 or 12 behind. Most of them hardly have anything besides our names and the mention done. He told me they had to be completed before the end of the year, otherwise he would file a formal complaint to operations. Which could mean more coaching from the mediator, and that is just pure torture. No, I like the guy, so I'll cut him some slack and get him his reports before he gets to sing Old Lang Syne. From Diana Geary to Layla Hassan, if you say so. Let me know if you need any help with those reports. How about we get out of here and grab some takeout? You can show me the progress of your little project. I might have an idea for the dialysis unit. From Layla Hassan to Diana Geary. D, change of plans. I know you're waiting in your little hotel room in downtown San Francisco right now, and you think I'm heading towards the wharf. But you're wrong. I had an idea, and I'm about to board a flight for Tokyo. I'm on my way to Onagawa, Japan. Don't freak out. I know what I'm doing. Just be ready to pick up on your side in 24 hours or so. I'll need your remote assist. Cover for me if dispatch calls in. Okay, that wasn't the plan, come on. Okay. From Diana Gear to Layla Hassan. Hey Layla, I got what you asked for. I was able to get my hands on 4 of the drugs we discussed. It was easier than I thought it would be. Everybody has a prize, and that includes doctors and lab assistants. I'll keep the immunosuppressant in the seal casing for now, unless I get a sudden taste for muscles and large shoulders, in which case their steroids are all mine. I'm jesting, of course. Are you free Friday? Let's go to the movies or binge on some police procedural TV series. You know, so we can call out all the fake stuff they're doing. TTYL, D. Hey D, from Layla Hassan to Diana Gear. Hey D, allow me to copy paste this glorious extract from my July 1st AMA. The internet is just like the ocean, you know. There are some really cool fish and reefs and sunken U-boats, but once in a while there are these trashed rubber duckies that crossed half the globe together in piles of useless rubbish, and no one knows how to get rid of them, ever. LH. Hey, I'm Layla Hassan, AMA. Little Bito Liz. Hi there. Was wondering what's your favorite geek sound? Like, what sound do you love falling asleep to? I love the clicking of my blue mechanical keyboard switches. They just have the most satisfying click ever. I think I would have slept like an angel in the early 20s bullpen, all those typewriting clicks. What's your favorite song and what does it remind you of? Overtime Food by Raw Victoria. When I karaoke, it's one song I have to sing every single time. It reminds me of the night I met them backstage at the Madison Square Garden back in 2000. I'm usually the one turning it up to 11, but that time I was so thunderstruck I could hardly move. Pixar didn't happen. Pigs happened, but there's no way they ever go public. Layla Hassan to Diana Geary. Hey D. I wish this was an audio message so you could hear the nice roar of the portable Animus. Everything seems to be in perfect order, the software is running, my vitals are showing perfectly, and all the tests done on the DNA samples are turning out positive. I've combined some strange strands, and somehow the sequencer always returns a valid simulation to play. I haven't dared to go into any of them, not alone, not without you, and Animus isn't ready for a live test either. Maybe I'm just buying time, but that combined strand of both you and Milton looks tempting. All in due time, all in due time. From Diana Gear to Layla Hassan. Are you insane? There's so much to yell about, I don't even know where to start. Milton's DNA? Really? Layla? How can you bring him into this? The poor guy, give him a break. I mean, you want to use Subject 17's DNA, fine, he's dead. But Milton? My Milton? You access his file and you think stealing his DNA profile at the same time is okay? I'll tell you once, my man is off limits. You erase the data now. Oh, and yes, there was this second thing. Do not go into your Animus. You are a whiz, and a genius, and a geek, and an engineer extraordinaire, but you're not insane. We don't know if it works, we don't know what it does, and we don't even know what kind of simulation it runs. Remember the story about Aileen Bach, Subject 0, the Surrogate Initiative? She was exploring other people's genetic memories and ended up dead with a fried brain. You're not toying with an Omega Animus, Layla. It's the real thing. And if you ever want to go in there, we'll need to take all the proper precautions. Please, Layla, I'd hate to see something happen to you. Just wait for me, okay? From Layla Hassan to Diana Geary. Hey Dee, can you pack the sealed container with immunosuppressants? Just in case. I know the assignment states we're going after yet another artifact of high interest, but, well, you never know. What if there's something else? Can you imagine? This could be a chance to try out our version of the portable animus in the field. I'm not talking about actually synchronizing with the simulation. Well, I might, but I'm not really, I promise. But you never know. Maybe I'll just do a sequencing test if I find something. If, see, it's conditional. I'll repeat it one more time. If, feel better, time to pack. Still good for tonight? Drinks are on me. From Layla Hassan to Diana Geary. D. Wow. Why is my head still spinning? I barely had more than a few drinks. But I just thought of something. You know how the animus sequences DNA to run simulations based on genetic memories? What if, and this might be the fifth old-fashioned talking here. What? And this might be the fifth old-fashioned... Okay, I didn't even know what that means. Is that some sort of drink or something? What if we could actually find a way to do the same through inorganic matter? Sure, we'd be out of codons, but we'd still have molecular structures to work with. I mean, it took years for Dr. Vidic to crack genetic memories, and once he got to them, he went nuclear on decoding them. What if he stopped too fast? What if isomers are packed with molecular memories? Okay, maybe molecules are too big. Maybe we need to consider that the information might be stored deep down at the subatomic level. Why would memory latch uniquely onto organic molecules? I mean, I've seen stranger things, but somehow I just can't find any plausible reason why it wouldn't. I wish my middle of the night emails were more about a date I just kicked out of an obnoxious neighbor. Sorry, I guess you're stuck with me, lucky girl. Okay, so those were the emails, and I looked at all of those images last time. Let's check audio. Change them. They aren't worth your time, they'll distract.
It's not for me. Mom and Dad are freaking out, but Professor Moore, I'm not.
You?
So long, and thanks for. It's not Mom and Dad are freaking, and I'll be close as long as I. Well, that doesn't matter.
Okay, let's leave that for now. Okay, I just listened to the first one, so let's go through the others.
I swear, I get more done reading the latest copy of Wired on the toilet than the rest of the guys do all day in the lab. I mean, the body band? Really? If people can't take a walk on their own, they aren't going to listen to a watch that tells them to do it either. This is all so pointless. I should just go back to... Wait. That's probably what the body band would tell me to do. What I should do is build something that will simultaneously blow people's minds and the doors off the Animus Project. Nothing at Abstergo Fitness is going to be big enough for that. I'm bored as hell. But there's nothing like boredom to stimulate creativity. Yep. I think the body band needs a little adjustment to its language processing program.
That's interesting. Do they have a fitness watch for Abstergo as well? Add something special if we have the Animus to work with. Let's see what's next.
The right decision always feels like home. My stuff's the same. My locker smells the same. It's like I never left. But I did. And I can never unlearn what I know now. How will it change my work at the Historical Research Division? Hard to say. All I know is that it will. Our Dom booked us a lunch. Nothing fancy. She wanted me to meet Deanna Geary, my new medical officer. She looks like she was born in the middle of a cornfield, but she seems okay. I can't believe she left homemade cookies on my desk. I don't know why I told her about getting stood up last weekend. I never talk about personal stuff at work. At least it seems like I can trust her. You need that to stay alive in the field. Too bad most of Abstergo's tactical units don't consider trust a priority.
Well, apparently, there's a pretty good relationship between the two of them, which shouldn't be surprising since from the email conversations I've read.
Aho, the portable Animus. No mention in the official credits, but all those emails, all those middle-of-the-night phone calls from Madrid, there's a lot of me in there. Sophia, if I'd known you just wanted to strip mine my brain and leave me in the dark, I never would have followed you. Go away! There's no candy here! Nothing in life is ever free. Ever. The Animus. I can tell. I know it wouldn't have worked without my advice. Just look how they did the heat sink, the VRMs, the high amperage rating by transistor. It was me who told them it would offset failure of the... What's this? Hello there, DNA reader module. Are you ringing my doorbell? Maybe there's some candy here after all. I've come to the conclusion that Sophia is shit at hiring staff. The entire Madrid facility. Ugh. How do they not see it? It would be so easy. You just have to parse the genetic memory input and work from smaller data pools. You could even process incomplete samples and still create a reliable model for high levels of synchronization. The reader module and the decryption software would need an update, but it's doable. Madrid's probably congratulating themselves just for getting this far. Meanwhile, I'm partying with some congealed veggie curry, 3 plasma screens, a disassembled Animus, and Raw Victoria's debut album on loop. Excited. Dee will be mad when she sees how I use Milton's DNA, but what did she expect when she asked me for help? I needed someone's genetic profile to test the Animus, and, well, his was right there. All in the name of science.
All in the name of science, huh? Well, you knew it. She was upset. We've read that in the emails.
I like morning briefings. They're short, minimal nonsense, and they have free coffee. No downtime this week. They're putting me and Dee on a plane to Alexandria 2 days from now. I don't get why Hathaway's in such a rush. We're being deployed to extract an artifact. If it were a person of interest, the push would make more sense. A person could be halfway across the world in a couple of hours. But an artifact that's been sitting around for 2,000 years, it's not going anywhere. An artifact of high interest. Heard that before. It always ends up being some crappy pottery shard or half an old book. My Animus runs on DNA, not tableware. It'll be strange visiting Egypt for the first time since 2013. Back then I went looking for my roots and found trouble instead. It's good that Dee's coming. She always keeps me from doing anything too stupid.
Well, well, well.
Turns out the artifact of high interest is also a person of interest. A mummy. And a golden opportunity. I've informed Dee of some changes I'm making to our assignment parameters. She acted mad, but I know she's eager to see my Animus field tested. Abstergo won't mind. Well, they would if they found out, but they won't. Hathaway's intel was a disaster. They have no idea what's going on with this extraction. Field tech is fun and all, but that's not why I left Berkeley. If the Animus lets me ride DNA this old, if the reader can model the missing codons and extrapolate the genetic memories that aren't mine, Sophia would lose her Abstergo. Abstergo will come to me on their hands and knees. My name will be right up there with Warren Biddix. Ana Metakidaminda. To Too bad the Madrid facility got blown up. But I bet they'll build a new one soon. This one will be in Philly, and its lead engineer will be Layla Hassan.
So you think. While you're here, you've interacted with the mummy. Okay, let's check this. How far did I come with those last time? It appears I read all of them, which means I'm done here. Just checking, everything should be clean. Is that something? Okay. Well, it appears I have done everything I can outside. So let's go back into the portable Animus. Yes, I want to return to the Animus.
Going back in. This is so badass.
Be careful.
Yes, Diana. The reading is done, and instead of starting a new adventure, it seems like a good place to end this episode. So I'll see you in the next one.